നമസ്കാരം. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഫോർവേഡ് സ്റ്റെപ്സ് ഓസ് എന്ന യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനലിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. കേരള പബ്ലിക് സർവീസ് കമ്മീഷൻ നടത്തുന്ന KS പരീക്ഷയുടെ മുൻകാല ചോദ്യങ്ങളും അവയുടെ ഉത്തരങ്ങളും വളരെ എളുപ്പത്തിൽ മനസ്സിലാകുന്ന വിധത്തിലാണ് പരീക്ഷയുടെ ചോദ്യങ്ങളും അവയ്ക്കുള്ള ഉത്തരങ്ങളും ക്രമീകരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതുവഴി ആദ്യ ശ്രമത്തിൽ തന്നെ KSR പരീക്ഷ വിജയിക്കാൻ കഴിയട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. കൂടാതെ ഈ ഭാഗം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉപകാരപ്രദമായി എങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ വീണ്ടും അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന മുൻകാല ചോദ്യങ്ങളും ഉത്തരങ്ങളും ലഭിക്കുന്നതിന് ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുകയും ബെൽ ഐക്കോൺ എനേബിൾ ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യുക. താങ്ക്സ്.
Permission to retire voluntarily from service should be got verified by when a premature increment is sent IONID to an officer, his next increment will be due on dash is an implied condition for every grant of a pension. The duties of controlling officers to countersign TA bills is explained. If an officer who is eligible to draw permanent traveling allowance of Rs600 for minimum 15 days in a month fixed, has appeared for duty only for just 10 days, the admissible PTA to the officer will be one of the following service won't count for qualifying service for grandaying pension.
Eligible class of officers to perform for air journey is
A section officer Government Secretariat was deputed to High Court of Kerala for official purpose. He was forced to take Hall 12 hours there for which he is eligible for Hall TA.
Lion means the title of an officer.
Dash is an allowance granted to an officer to cover the expenses incurred by him while travelling in the interest of public service. Employees who have put in less than a year is also eligible for 20 days of casual leave subject to the discretion of the sanctioning authority, whereas contact employees of those who are re-employed are eligible to avail days. As per Appendix 3 Part I, KSR government sanction is required to go beyond the jurisdiction of the state. But as per the GOP 418/2008 FIN dated 16 September 2008, this authority is delegated to the time limit for claiming TA is limited to dash periods. Qualifying service required for minimum pension under state government services.
The junior superintendent in the forest department was transferred to a place 550 kilometers away from the headquarters, and the journey needs to performed by road, for which he will get a minimum journey time of
The maximum personal effects that can be carried by a Grade 2A officer upon his transfer is a newly appointed clerk reported for joining duty on the 31st May 2016. This entitlement for pay and allowances for 31st May 2016 will be
Commuted leave is admissible to
the pay revision effected from the 1st of July 2014. There are 27 revised scales in which the minimum of lowest scale is a senior assistant in the government secretariat expired while in service. While holding service 8 years, his family was sanctioned ECRG 4 times based on the emoluments last drawn half of month's emoluments for each completed years of service. Comment. Child care allowance is admissible to female employees and single-parent male employees whose wife expired or legally divorced having mentally or physically challenged child or children is revised to per month for each child.
The last pay drawn by an officer who retired on 31st of May 2016 was 62,000 rupees. After his retirement, he expired the 1st of December 2017. If the monthly pension sanctioned to him was 16,800 rupees, what will be the enhancement of family pension?
The last pay drawn by an officer who retired from service on 31st of March 2010 was 11,050 rupees and the AE as 10,870. If the DA was on 31st of March 2010 was 55% and the length of service was 32 years, the DCRG admissible will be a deputy secretary was assigned to proceed to perform journey to Calicut University shall claim TA. A journey on transfer will be held to begin from or end at the delegation to grant LWA under Appendix 12A to the head of the department with effect from adult member while considering under order of transfer to an officer means whose age is the maximum personal effects that can be carried by a grade 2A officer upon his transfer is a senior clerk in the printing department reported for duty late an hour on the 31st of December 2018 without permission. However, there was no casual leave in his credit to be forfeited to this late arrival comment. In the case of notional promotions, the maximum period for payments of arrear is an instructor on the Department of Technical Education was ousted from service on the 1st of October 2017 for want of vacancy, while he had a service of just 6 months. If he gets appointed to the same post on a later stage, what will be the condition of his earlier service of 6 months? The competent authority to suspend an officer on foreign services. The existing right of deputation allowances. A grade 1 officer suffering from smallpox was sanctioned special casual leave for 21 days. Comment. Paternity leave may be combined with leave of any other kind except
an officer dies while in service, his family is eligible for TA provided.
if an officer applied for an eligible leave with medical certificate, and if the leave sanctioning authority is not satisfied with the necessity referred to medical board, the TA to the officer appearing before medical board. If any excess payment has been given to a pensioner due to oversight and mistake that can be recovered, in respect of persons recruited from bar service, certain services are eligible in the reckoning of qualifying services. The maximum weightage allowable is
Actual traveling expense defines.
which of the following classes of officers are exempted from producing medical certificate of health at the time of joining of appointment into government service? What is the rate of daily allowance admissible to an officer on tour provided with tree boarding and lodging? Which of the following relief is provided to employees who reach to their maximum of the scale? What will be the monthly pension of an officer who retires on the 31st of July 2016 from Health Service Department who has drawing a basic pay of 36,000 rupees for the last 1 year, his qualifying service is 31 years. For the purpose of calculating traveling allowance, officers are classified into
When an officer is drawing his pay and allowances from a source other than the Consolidated Fund of India is said to be on for correction of date of birth in the service records. Application for the same should be submitted within -years from the date of entry service. Officer was transferred from Station A to B, 550 km S-Rail, and was relieved from Station A on the afternoon of 9th, Friday, his eligibility to join duty. Auto taxi fare for touring officials is limited to daily.